Hey there, everyone. Merry Christmas. Today we celebrate the second day of Christmas, and it's the Feast of Saint Stephen. Now, yesterday we wore white because it's Christmas and we're joyful for the birth of the Savior. Something that oftentimes people don't realize is that a lot of the Christmas season we do actually wear red for, because we then immediately begin to remember all the people who gave of themselves as another witness of what Jesus did, right? They took in the way that Jesus loved them, and they manifest that back by oftentimes giving of their life in very powerful and unique ways in love back to God Himself. Today we celebrate Saint Stephen, who was the first of the deacons to be martyred. He was also the first martyr. He was martyred actually by Saul before he became Saint Paul. And in the gospel that we read today, we hear at the very end, "Brother will hand over brother to death, and the father his child. Children will rise up against parents and have them put to death." Again, it is the Christmas season. We are joyful for the birth of the Savior. There can be this misrepresentation of Christianity, though, that as soon as you become Christian, God will flood you with everything that you could ever want. Right? We kind of treat Jesus and God like Santa Claus, and think that if we just go sit on His lap and ask for something, that we're just automatically going to get it, and we're going to have smooth living for the rest of our life. But that's not what we see in the Scriptures, and it's also not probably any of our lived experience. There is self-gift involved with being a faithful Christian, a faithful Catholic. Jesus came and witnessed to that, and Saint Stephen also witnesses to that same type of life. He was so moved by how Jesus loved him, Stephen, that he loved really Saul and all those who were around him the same way. He gave of himself for their sanctification, for their salvation. Right? Ultimately, Saul becomes Paul. Paul becomes the greatest evangelist the world has ever seen, and we're grateful for the witness that Stephen did, even as difficult as it was. Your family is probably not perfect. My family's not perfect. I remember a few Christmas Eves where the cops were called. I probably remember that Christmas better than a lot of other Christmases because it was just so jarring. Your family's not perfect. My family's not perfect. But we're still called to love them. We're still called to forgive. We're still called to move forward. Whatever that looks like in your family, I pray that happens today. I pray that you're able to soften your heart a little bit more today to love your family as best you can. In just a few days, we'll begin our 33 Days of Eucharistic Glory book, the book that we got for Christmas. Some bit of that is to learn to love, to have Eucharistic type love. Self-gift love. If you didn't get a book, please, you can order it on dynamiccatholic.com. It's in the description here in the video. The point of it is not that we get to experience total bliss on this earth. We're doing this so that we can have total bliss in heaven. Merry Christmas, and God bless you.